Hello and welcome to the episode 141 of What a Fab Day. I am your host, Simon Mas. Today, we're putting our magnifying glass on the very early part of the Beatles' career. We have 3 live performances, 2 of which took part in Hamburg, and a recording of 2 live radio appearances for BBC. On the 21st of May 1960, the Silver Beatles played the Northern Meeting Ballroom in Inverness, Scotland, backing Johnny Gentle. It was the second date of the Johnny Gentle tour, with the musicians travelling over 152 miles to the north, about 240 kilometers, from the venues of the previous engagement. The concert, also featuring Ronnie Watt and the Checkers Rock Dance Band, was in an upstairs hall, while the bigger downstairs space hosts a concert for all their audiences, featuring traditional folk music and dancing with Lindsay Ross and his famous broadcasting band. The Silver Beatles were George Harrison, John Lennon and Paul McCartney on guitar and voice, Tommy Moore on drums and Stu Sutcliffe on bass. As you will recall, tonight the lads were also engaged in Liverpool as headliners of a dancing night at the Lathom Hall for BK Productions. In their youthful passion, let's call it that way, the band skipped the engagement without even informing promoter Brian Kelly. You might want to look into episode 134 and 138 of this very podcast to get the full story. In 1961, the Beatles, now with Pete Best on drums and Paul McCartney on bass, performed at the Top 10 Club in Hamburg, West Germany. Same city, same lineup, but different venue in 1962. This time, the Beatles were engaged at the Star Club. Finally, in 1963, during the day of rest of the Roy Orbison package tour, the Beatles were at the Playhouse Theatre in London to record 2 sessions for BBC Radio. The first was for the Sunday Show programme, the first appearance for the band, immediately put at the top of the bill. The rehearsals took place at 2:30 p.m, while the actual recording was made between 5:30 and 6:30 p.m. The Fabs performed I Saw Her Standing There, Do You Want to Know a Secret?, Boys, Long Tall Sally, From Me to You, and Money, That's What I Want, plus some witty chatter with host Brian Matthew. The program was broadcast on the 25th of May between 10 a.m. and 12 noon, with the last half hour, including Long Tall Sally, From Me to You, and Money, That's What I Want, being picked up by the BBC's General Overseas Service and aired in several foreign countries. After a 45-minute dinner break and starting at 7:15 p.m, the Beatles were back to the theatre to rehearse and record, in front of a live audience, their performances of Please Please Me, I Saw Her Standing There, Roll Over Beethoven, Twist and Shout, Thank You Girl, and From Me to You, all completed between 10 and 11:15 p.m. The performances, minus Twist and Shout, were aired on the 3rd of June between 10:31 and 11:30 a.m. for a new BBC radio show called Steppin Out. This concludes today's episode, with me barely having a chance to remind you to visit www.simonmas.com/support to find out how to increase your Fab factor by 559% while showing me your love and support for my music-related efforts. Thank you for making the difference. Tomorrow, we'll follow the Beatles in the studio to record You Can't Do That. For the moment, I wish you a good day and a fab continuation.
Simon Mas, music you love.